Nach 2 Jahren ist es endlich wieder soweit. Die Gamescom ist zurück, also die richtige. Aber brauchen wir so ein riesiges Event überhaupt noch? Denn spielen, das tun wir ja sowieso alle digital. Wir haben uns deshalb hier mal umgehört und herausgefunden, warum die Gamescom so wichtig ist und was sie ausmacht.
Coming back to Gamescom in 2022 after a 3-year break, it's been a bit surreal, as I think it has been for all of us, because we're trying to reconcile in our brains that missing time. That's, you know, we call it the blip or the before times or whatever people call it. In my view, I think that it's just, you cannot avoid the need for human interaction. And people want to be together, they want to talk to each other, they want to hug each other, they want to, you know, see each other face to face.
There are some people who are fine or happy to not go to anything in person, and they're totally fine staying at home, seeing all coverage remotely. I guess what I would say is I think there's always going to be a section of the population that really wants physical in-person interaction in a way that conventions like this give. And we obviously have to be conscious about safety, but obviously we're taking a risk by doing this. So there are people that are willing to trade that off, and there are other people who either aren't willing to, or they just don't value this experience as much.
Dass die Gamescom 2022 endlich wieder stattgefunden hat, das war für die meisten schon ziemlich wichtig. Egal ob Aussteller oder Besucher. Einfach weil es um das Zusammenkommen, sich austauschen und um Spaß haben geht. Mal wieder miteinander und nicht wie die letzten 2 Jahre immer nur online.
Ich habe nicht gedacht, dass es für einen Donnerstag schon so voll ist, aber wirklich cool. Nette Leute, alle sind freundlich, alle sind gut drauf, es macht Spaß.
Ich bin schon zum 5. Mal hier und bis jetzt, ja, wie immer eigentlich.
Dass man sich zusammentrifft an einem Ort und vielleicht auch neue Bekanntschaften trifft, ist auf jeden Fall immer schön.
Wir sind leider immer noch nicht durch die Pandemie, aber man macht das Beste draus und daher ist okay.
Kritik gab es aber dieses Mal schon im Vorhinein, weil zum Beispiel manche große Aussteller gar nicht erst vor Ort waren, wie zum Beispiel EA. Das ist natürlich für viele schade und hat auch dafür gesorgt, dass nicht so wie normalerweise die Gamescom an jedem Tag ausverkauft ist.
For example, Microsoft has a human research lab where basically you can go and you can watch people play remotely, and you can even see how their hands move and how their face is reacting. And that is all very important data. I think it feels much more organic and natural in a setting like this where people are just walking up. They're not part of a study, but there's a lot that we get out of just seeing hundreds of people come through in an uncontrolled fashion and play it. And yeah, to me that is very valuable.
I think one of the greatest lessons learned because of COVID was the fact that a lot of these events, most all of which were just live only, they had no online component, it really taught them, and I think was a great lesson they should learn, is that there's a massive amount of people out there in the world who want to be a part of it in some way, and so doing some kind of hybrid component, even if it's just streaming talks and not even having it be as interactive, that's really important, you know, because you want people out there in the world to feel like they are included and that they're not being forgotten by the event. Despite the fact that games are a digital art form, they are still an art form. And to me, they are a collaboratively created art form. And because it is collaborative, it demands interaction between us.
I think the fact of the matter is, many people desire this, and they're going to try to find ways to do it and be part of it.